Should we mention Donald?
The big man, the big orange man.
I think we'll have to.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we're not a political podcast, but let's mention Donald in a kind of a neutral light, shall we say? Because we're not
a neutral light.
We're not political.
Okay.
The orange man.
Can you mention him? Okay, fine. Let's try.
So he's done it again, or his team or his supporters have, and it's another bad AI. Brilliant. So Donald Trump has been in the news for lots of reasons, but recently, last week, big hoo-ha again, in with some of the demographics. You know, is it a picture of him with some in a black neighborhood with a bunch of people, and if you all fake, a bunch of images. Same thing again. When you look at it though, you know, and again, it's easy for people to be fooled by these looking at it quickly. If you look at it again, the hands are wrong, they're waxy. You know, it's kind of, you can see straight away if you know what you're looking for. It's AI picture, but some people don't realise that, right? So, but it wasn't just Donald. In fairness, Joe Biden on a hospital dead on his deathbed. Some say he's been there for a while.
That's true
because we are neutral.
No, that's not true.
But it's the year of kind of deep fakes and elections, isn't it? So. More to come on that, I think.
Jesus, we thought it was bad when the whole Cambridge Analytica scandal, you know, got brought to light in terms of elections, and now we've got AI on top of that. It's going to be tricky, isn't it? Which leads us into where do we end up with more transparency on AI and what's been built with AI and what hasn't, and are there tools that could just identify it and stamp this stuff? Well, what happens? Where do we go? What do we do? What's the legislation? Like, things are going to have to change going forward, aren't they?
Well, that's interesting. That's a really interesting point, because moving into one of the big stories again for the last little while, but very relevant for everyone, is Sora. So that's the OpenAI text to video tool that's been kind of all over the internet recently, because it looks fantastic, doesn't it? It just looks so good, and it's moved so quickly from. And you've got a good story about Will Smith, haven't you? There was a famous. Early text to video Will Smith and spaghetti video, which is awful but funny 1 year ago, and now we're into Sora, which is probably going to be winning Oscars in the next 6 months to a year. It's crazy. But Will Smith, right?
He then recreated the spaghetti video himself and posted it as a joke, saying it was an AI video, which then did get picked up and shared as an AI video. When it wasn't an AI video, it was Will Smith just eating spaghetti, which was pretty good. But
that brings on to an interesting question, doesn't it? Around and on OpenAI's website, you'll see when they mention Sora, C2PA. That's one of the.
Is that from Star Wars?
It is from Star Wars.
He's one of my favorite characters from Star Wars. Actually,
he is from Star Wars. He's an AI bot that can help you to ascertain whether an image or a video is real.
Yes.
Right. So a lot of that happening at the moment.
Yes.
So C is the open source version of that, or the open standard, I should say, that's being adopted by potentially Meta and Google and OpenAI, which will mean you'll be able to tell. So obviously there's metadata behind that. It's not foolproof, because you can screen grab, you can download from YouTube, whatever it might be, but it's better than nothing. So that's moving in that direction in terms of trust and transparency. Back to elections, we've got the UK election coming up. Rishi Sunak is an AI anyway, so he's not going to change. But Keir Starmer's the same, to be fair.
Yeah, I thought we weren't political. What are you doing?
Well, I said both, to be fair.
Right,
So to wrap it up, trust and transparency are really important. All the new tools, and the point really being, the tools are getting better, and they're getting harder for even experienced people to go, is that real or fake?
Yeah.
So, and that's what important for brands to be looking at, where they're using AI, where they're being transparent about it, where the governance comes in, and so forth.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
A big area of interest there.
Very good.